Boy, Xavier, if they can get some points on this drive, that really puts the Lions behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, it's going to be important that the Lions stop Xavier on this particular drive, because you're absolutely right. If they get that momentum and some more points on the board, it could be a long night for the Lions.
Here's your fullback, Kortmeyer, out of the backfield. First down. Only his 4th catch of the season, but a big gain up across midfield.
Those fullbacks are so vital to the offensive scheme of things.
Most athletic guys in the team.
They really are. I mean, they're underrated, but, I mean, pound for pound, without the fullback, there would be no offense.
That's true. Ball at the 49. Miller right up the middle. First down again. Brendan Miller just will not go down.
Yeah, just a tough run right there. Picks up, looks like about 11 or so yards there, but he kept his legs moving. Really good north-south runner. Just a nice-looking running back. They have him listed in the program as 5'9", 175 pounds. He looks a little bit bigger to me than that in terms of weight-wise.
Go right back to Miller. Kicks it outside. Looks for the corner, lowers the shoulder as a flag comes onto the field. Haven't had many flags here in this first half. This could be coming back.
Yeah, typically on these cold nights, you don't see a lot of flags being thrown. I think a lot of times folks are wanting to get in at halftime and get somewhere warm.
Holding on the offense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Get a hot glass of hot chocolate or something.
It's one of those nights we were mentioning earlier that you don't want to be on the sideline. You want to be playing in these games.
Yeah, absolutely. Or at least on the sidelines where you have those big jackets or
there you go.
Heat warmer thingers that they have out now. They didn't have that stuff when I played. We toughed it out.
You guys didn't need it, right? 1st and 15. Back to Miller on the ground game. Down to the 32.
Looks like what Xavier's wanting to do right now is just take their time. They're in no rush. They're picking up positive yardage. Miller's running really tough. They just don't want to get down here and turn the ball back over. They want to get into a nice, comfortable lead here.
2nd and 6. Right back to Miller. Up the middle. Brought down by an arm tackle near the sticks. It's maybe close enough for a measurement. Nope. First down. See Matt Nelson there, number 84, the tight end. On our side, haven't really called his name, certainly not offensively. But they're going to keep giving it to Brendan Miller. Cuts back across the 25.
Yeah, we really haven't called his name very much at all. I don't know if we necessarily needed to. I mean, when Miller's running the ball, giving you long 73-yard runs and things like that, that's huge. You can save your big tight end for another day.
And he's had a big part of the game offensively, too.
Yeah.
I should say blocking.
Well, and that's the value that he brings. I know Iowa would probably look at that more so than even some of the catching, because if you're a good blocker and you got, there's some good running backs down there in Iowa City right now, and you got to have a tight end that can block. And looks like this kid is really cut out to do some of that as well. So He has to be a complete ball player.
Bryce Grimm, nice catch. Brings up 3rd down and 3. Miller the carry. 1st down. Miller inside the 10. It's not fancy, but boy, it sure works.
You know, I tell you what, those 5 and 10 and 15-yard runs will add up really quickly. And what they are, they're time-consuming runs. So as we're heading into halftime here with just over 2:20 left on the clock, you'll see Xavier here is in no hurry. They really want to milk that clock.
Back to Miller. Touchdown, his 3rd of the night.
Here's a replay just to, again, what great blocking up front he has. This guy has great vision. And, again, in for another touchdown.
That was a big one.
We're sounding like a broken record here with Miller in for the touchdown again.
Now with 12 on the season, the kick is through. 24-7. Xavier in front. And boy, how about an offense that can be so explosive via the ground game? It's pretty impressive.